Alrighty. How to play tier at God rank 10. Because I am bored, I got nothing better to do, and I got tier to diamond. Which I did buy this skin with whatever spare money I had on my account, and that's from me getting the, like, all the characters, all that shit on Smite and stuff. And getting, like, Cluster Truck and all those cool games. I got this skin, the best skin for tier, Living Weapon. When I shredded out, that is the best skin he has. I'm not gonna get his diamond. His diamond looks like shit. I don't like it. His gold, his legendary looks like shit. His golden looks like shit. Like, fuck it. Living Weapon is the best. Now, while we're here, let me go back here and put on Living Weapon so we can see that. Instead, we're gonna go straight into stats, because stats are always important on the gods. He has decent damage output for a warrior, I ain't gonna lie. Compared to other gods, he has pretty good damage. Half decent defense, I guess. A really good health bar, honestly, especially for this kind of god. But he is stance change, requires a bit of skill to play, because he is stance change, of course. That's how everybody sees it. But his passive is 1 second on stuns, taunts, fears, intoxicate, mesmerize. Anything that's not listed is not affected by. So that means, like, if you get hit by a continuous fear, like Humbat's ult, and you get stuck into a wall, you cannot move. Yeah, that's why still biting beads with tier, if you're versing those types of gods, is nice. Especially if you're in Joust or you're playing jungle tier, which I'll go over 2 builds with tier, and like 2 different playstyles. We're going to go over his 1 actually. So his 1 has the assault stance and the guard stance. You can switch between both, which immediately gives you their ability, but only for that stance. So he dashes forward, knocking them up. His assault stance pushes all enemies, right? And he hits them twice, knocking them up in the air. But his guard stance is when you like switch, which is your stance changes your circle, which you'll always have, but you should upgrade it once so you get the benefits of the power and the defense stance and all that. But yeah, you get that, and if you switch to the guard stance and you hit them, you go through them, but you still knock them up. And it does have a point, and they'll go that direction type of thing for both knockups. Like if I hit you twice with my assault stance, knock you up, and I get in front of you and turn around and hit you with the power cleave, which is the cone and the assault stance, it'll knock you towards the direction I am facing, which is nice. So you can keep them against walls, players, teammates, all that. Enemies that are knocked up in the air are knocked away. That's even better because it actually throws them with that. And his guard stance actually heals himself for a maximum of 3 enemies hit. Healing is 120 plus 20% of your physical power. That's really good as tier since you're going to be building hybrid a lot. But even if you don't, Caduceus is just really good for this because it increases your healing. You get the change stance, you get your assault, which gives you power, guard, which gives you protections. You can see the difference. It's pretty nice. It does refresh the cooldowns on the other side, basically meaning like if you switch stances, it will be faster than just waiting for your dash over and over again. His ult, 450 plus 120% of your physical power. It is a strong ult. It does not really kill that much though. You're going to use it for a chase and kill with jungle, and for defense you can either use it for a finish if they're in tower, or you can use it as a get behind to pull them into your tower or into your teammates. That's, yeah. But his damage, pretty good numbers. Slows for 3 seconds by 25%, as you can see. Cost goes up, cooldown goes down. It's a leap that just slows enemies and does damage. It's nothing special really. Alright, and where is it? As you can see, hard difficulty. People say it's not hard to play tier. It kinda is, because if you miss the 1, you're kinda fucked. It's his main source of anything in terms of damage and doing shit. It is his main source, and then the cleave is, of course, you know, just a follow-up right after you knock him in the air, because it keeps him in the air. Awards-wise, I do have the I like to juggle. I think I'm almost got the bringing down the law. I'm like a couple kills away, so whatever. Because you barely get kills with the ult. But yeah, don't look at this stat history because this shit does not add up. especially when I checked like literally yesterday and I had like 20 wins on my list. But yeah, Lost Conquest was playing jungle, I think, for one of these. Another one was playing support. If I'm not playing that, I'm playing solo. Let's see. We're gonna go straight into abilities, because fuck it. So abilities, you're gonna do 1, 2, 3. Easy. Then you're gonna do 1. Then you're gonna do ult, because you're gonna need your ult. Then you're gonna do 1, 1, 2. You can do ult, but I'd like to do 1, then I wait for ult, and I just do 2 till it's max, because you need those 2 abilities, your main damage, and then you do ult, ult, stance, stance. Because the stance doesn't really come into play until late game, but you do need a tier 1 to gain all that, like, extra shit that it gives you. Now we go to items. Now, I will say this. There are a lot of items on here. Like in this list, right here. Like this I don't need. This I can replace with... med? Yeah, med cloak. Because med cloak is better. But you're probably gonna run blink most of the time. Or sunder. Alright, now here's the deal. They are taking out shoes, that's fine. Don't matter, it's not gonna change much. You're gonna build bluestone if you're solo or support. And then you're gonna build the defensive valor, right? This thing right here. Here, let me just do it this way so it's more visual, so you can see it better. So like, you're gonna, of course, get the tower teleport first. You're gonna have the med cloak or the blink if you're solo. Okay, if you're support, you don't get tower teleport. Instead, you get the med and the blink. If you are solo, you get this. If you are jungle, you don't even get tower or med, you get sunder. Which sunder is, if you don't know, it is this relic here. You have to upgrade it though, to get the percentage damage increase. Other than that, you just do current health is true damage and destroy shields. That's it. It's whatever. You want the increased damage taken by 20%, which they will be changing this in the next update, which means, and you'll get 2 charges, and they will always allow you to do more percentage damage. You're like a free fucking spear. It's nice. Now, you're going to build the armor of Valor, or you're going to build Genji's Guard, depending on whether or not you're versing a mage, or a warrior, or anything. If it's physical, you build Valor. If it's magical, you build Genji's. If you're getting hammered because they have a lot of, let's say they have 2 mages on their team, but you don't have one on your lane, and you have to build Valor to give yourself that easy elite, you gotta build Genjis. You're gonna be a tanky tier, it do not matter. But then you're probably gonna build something, like, you're of course gonna need your warrior tabby, because until they get rid of Shu and all that. If you need anti-crit, build Spectral. Don't even hesitate, just build it, it's nice. They're probably gonna be getting rid of Berserkers for warriors, I'm pretty sure is what it was. Don't worry about it. Not the end of the world. Just get shifters. Shifters is the best type of shield in the fucking game right now. Now I know I have Ansile here. I want to replace that. Ansile's good. I run it all the time with Caduceus, but Caduceus, like, this is what it looks like for a tier that's a support with anti-crit and all this shit, or your solo lane that's tanky as fuck. Now if you're going more offensive tier, you're gonna build more shields. Like, you're probably gonna build Void Shield. You're probably gonna build Ansile. You're probably gonna build literally anything that's not like heavy tank. Like, you'll get rid of this, because you don't need that. You need more power, so you do like this and like this. Glad don't even need Glad. Glad's fucking dog shit. Alright. Generally, if you need more damage with tier, you build like these shields. Is nice. What else do you build? I don't build a lot, really, in terms of damage on tier. I don't need a lot of damage. I guess you could do Frostbound. Actually, no. Sledge. Sledge wouldn't be too bad on him, but I don't build Sledge. I build straight shields. Because just having all the defense in the world is nice. Alright. Like, this is usually what my builds can end up looking like, roughly. That's what you see here. And to play them in this stance, you're going to be in defensive first. You're going to dash, knock them up, turn around, get your heal up, because they probably hit you as you were dashing into them. Or you can save the heal. Don't matter to me. Just switch your stance. Then you just click your square. If you don't hit it, you're fucked. You have to hit the square. It's a pain in the ass. You have to be up close. I understand that. It's a fucking bitch. But you hit it, you're good. You hit them, you knock them into your tower. Because, like, you can play tower tier and do this. You can be in the fucking side of their tower and do it. It don't matter how you do it. You're just trying to push them back towards your side of the map. So your team kind of gank, or you can get the kill by some godforsaken chance. If you have your ult... Okay, after you do that, right, and you push them back, and you cleave them with your X, right? I say X because PlayStation, but whatever. You cleave them, and then that gives you a second knock up. That's also a knock away, which is nice. At that point in time, you just start basic attacking until you get your abilities back, and then you just cleave, and then you just dash to knock them around. By that time, you might have your blue back, so you switch stances, you dash, you knock them up again, then you cleave them to heal yourself because you probably took damage. If they're not back up yet, and they are at least like 10% HP, like they're very low, you just ult and try hitting them with it. If you miss it, it's fine. Just get it out of there. Get back to your tower, because you know their jungle's coming. If you know their jungle's there, you can use your ult to get away. I wouldn't hesitate to use it. It has a pretty good kill then. If you can, like, not use it, use your red stance, because that's where you're probably going to be in. Dash into them, but bring them back towards your tower, then cleave them, then swap to your guard, and dash through them, because that just makes it easier for you. Yes, you're pulling them towards you, but this guard stance dash will knock them up, and you'll go through them, which means you get a lead, which means they have to make a 180. Most people aren't good at doing that unless they're on PC or they're like me and play high sense. Hang on, let me save that because I just forgot. Alright, now we're going to go over to the second way to play tier, which is one of the favorites because it's just blink, then sunder, and once you get sunder up, I can show sunder. This won't pop up on my thing because of where it's at, and it'll actually delete itself. But like you do sunder because sunder will just like, instead of like this, you do like sunder because that will give you more damage output as tier as a jungle, which is nice. So that's why I would run. But you're gonna run gilded because basic attack damage, attack speed, all that shit. You get more gold, you're gonna need it. You rush evil. Don't even worry about a Psy right now. What you get right after this is you want to get the rage. I can't like put them all in this to like show the stats change, but you get rage. Where is it? Motherfucker. Yeah, rage. You get rage to get the stacks build. Because you need 5 kills to get the stack or assist on enemy gods. You get those give you percentage for crit, because you're going to build crit with this guy for jungle. This could also be your carry build if you want to play carry. You can mix it up a bit, change some things around. Then you're going to run Wind Demon, because Wind Demon on this guy, it's fucking strong. You're going to have Deathbringer. That means you have 3 crit items. I know Rage ain't up there. Don't worry about it. Because you're going to have Evolved Rage, Wind Demon, Deathbringer. That's all the crit you need. That's like 90%. And then you're going to upgrade your arrow to Ornate, which gives you an extra 5. So you'll be 95% chance to crit. And then like your last item will be a Psy, because the Psy is just really good. Or you build Executioner for more removal. Or you build Stonecutter if you need more movement. You don't need to build new movement on this guy. In terms of that, you do still build the shoe. It's a shoe. Can't really say much about that. But you don't need to build a lot of the what is it? The stances. Fuck, I'm retarded. All right. You don't need to build mobility with him because the way you're gonna play him is what decides that. If you like the defensive stance aggression, that's fine. You can use that. You can use that to pull him back and all that. But the way you want to play him like this is you want to go in with your aggressor, which is your red stance, your assault stance. Here, I'll just go to the stance now since I'm talking about the actual god. But you're going to go in with your red stance, right? Your assault stance. And you're going to just push him against the wall. You're going to cleave them. And you're just going to start basic attacking like no tomorrow. You're going to try getting those crits, try getting that free shit. Your main goal is to seclude one god and then murder them with basics. Now, if they're about to get away, you quickly swap to guard. Because what most people doubt is the guard actually does more damage with the dash ability than your fucking red in terms of basic stats. So it's like, it's better, yes, because it gives you more protections and that allows you to confirm the kill better, but it has just outright more power. Red just gives you more power when you swap to it, but guard stance just generally has more power, so you're just going to use that to dash into them, which could kill them, and you cleave them right after to heal yourself because you probably took some damage from his teammates. But you don't let him escape with that. If you need to, you ult his ass. You get him dead, alright, with the ult. If you miss the ult, just go past them at least. And just make sure you're at least going past them and you hit them with it and they die. Like. But then you got your red. That's what you start, that's what you engage, you know, all that shit. You think that you might not have a lot of power with this build in terms of the crit attack speed shit, but Equivol does removal. That gives you power, so that makes it better. Ornate gives you like basic attack power, which is retarded, and it gives you 5% crit with more attack speed. Wind Demon gives you more attack speed and mobility, which is why you don't need more mobility. Deathbringer gives you more crit damage. Rage gives you all the crit that you need with some power on it, because it's an item. I do want to make a note though. Asai you can run for the lifesteal and attack speed and all that, but Executioner's also not too bad. Keen size not too bad. It all depends on what you want. Usually I build Asai though, but that's what for selling your shoe. I will say this. One way they could balance fucking crit in this game is make it where only hunters can build the shurikens. I know most people would be furious about this. Be like, oh no, you can't do that. You do that, you ruin the game. It's like, now hear me out. You take a Wind Demon and Poisoned and what was the item? Shadow Steel? Yes, that's your anti-heal crit. You only keep those for the hunters. Now you make a separate slot of fucking crit, right? For only assassins to replace the hunter thing. Or you make it where only assassins can build that. Like, I already know, like, only certain gods can build it if they're physical, right? Like, warriors can build crit. Tier, take in mind. That's what makes this build somewhat good, is that you can actually build both. But if only carries could build the shurikens and they can't build like Deathbringer, that would make them less OP in terms of attack speed, power crit, you know? If only assassins can build the power crit, it'd be more balanced. Now if they both have their access to this third category, like crit, right? Oh, another thing. Deathbringer, I would nerf how much more damage it gives you in terms of crit, or buff spectral armor to make it like an AoE, or give you more to where like it's better than Deathbringer, because that will actually nerf crit enough. But I would nerf the overall effects of crit and just make the pass items like give you crit percentage early on. Like if I go to, where is it? If I go to, let's say I go to Deathbringer, 50 power, not too bad, 25% critical strike chance. I don't have a problem with any of that. All right, maybe reduce the power by like 5 or 10. But the critical strike bonus damage dealt is increased by 30%? No. Change that. 20%, 15%, I don't care. Or buff spectral. Or keep it the same buff spectral. But what I'm saying is, take the hidden dagger. Give it like 3% crit chance. This one needs to have like, or do like 5 and then 10%, and then you just make all the, then you have, oh shit, what happened? I don't care about that game. Game? Hello? Oh, okay, there we go. Shit. Yeah. Give this 5% crit chance. Give this 10% crit chance. Then leave the rest to what they are. Like, it would make them more balanced. It's generally a good idea. And then, like, Wind Demon, you can only build it on carries, but make a third category for crit. It's like, oh, well then, like, if warriors can build it, well no, that's why Wind Demon, that's why shurikens will only be for fucking carries. And they can't build the power one, which will only be for assassins. Make it worse so warriors can build the dual combo one, and then the power one, which is Deathbringer, because those are melee gods. So like they will be, like warriors will still be able to build Rage, Malice, and Deathbringer. Assassins will too, but carries will not. They'll be able to build shurikens. Make a third category crit where it's not as good as these ones. It gives you like way less power, but it gives you like maybe, I don't know, a little bit of attack speed, like 5-10%. Like, what would it be though? What would the actual item be? I guess for crit you could do something cool like maces and stuff. I know we got like Jotuns for the mace. I don't know. I really don't know. I'll maybe do like knives. Maybe like do like knives where it's like they have low power, semi-decent crit chance, but like their passives are like really good. So like maybe give them cooldown as well. It's just an idea. It'd make it so much better. But back on topic. Tier, yeah, stupid god. You can play him any fucking which way. Any 10 ways to Sunday. You just use attack stance if you're playing any role that's not like tanky, and if you're playing tanky, you use defense stance first. That's just the way it is. Use your leap to chase or to engage. Use your leap to chase or engage on offense to confirm kills and get kills, or use it on defense to get behind or to engage, or to start dealing damage. So that's how you play tier God rank 10, I guess.